And we're here. We're back with another edition of Wrestling is Trash, a nonsensical wrestling podcast where we talk about professional wrestling past, present, and quite possibly the future. Future. Joining me is my esteemed panel of colleagues. Brian from the UWO podcast. And
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
And Nick Anaselli with the dog known as Notorious B.I.G.
What it do?
Gentlemen, I know this is different because we don't hardly do anything outside of WWE, and I think that's kind of sad. But today we're going to talk a little bit about Impact's Slammiversary. Now, the main reason I wanted to kind of get here and chew on this a little bit is because we have elapsed the 30-day and 90-day no compete clause for a lot of these WWE releases. And I'm just curious and intrigued to see if somebody gonna make that impact on Impact.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, I like that. Very clever.
Word. You
back
think
back to your thing where you're saying, well, we only talk about WWE. I feel bad because you know how you have like New Year's resolutions and some people think they're dumb. I said, you know what? I'm going to try to watch more New Japan this year. Ask me how much New Japan I watched.
How much New Japan you watch, Nick?
0. I've watched more Impact, though.
Your viewership of the product that is known as Impact has gone
to the moon! Whoa! Yeah!
Hammer drops.
Well, from going from 0 to the thing I have is an improvement.
Yeah, indeed. So, I don't know. I didn't even pull up the card. You think I should have been a little bit prepared, but I got caught up in the conversation that we was having a little while ago. And I am intrigued. So, Brian, I know you kind of peek in and out or whatever because you do your own show and whatnot, but is anything on this card that you can recall catching your eye, catching your attention?
Yeah, there's actually quite a few things. I mean, obviously, you know, the whole situation with Kenny and Sammy for the Impact World Heavyweight Championship is pretty interesting to me. The X Division match, the Ultimate X, which is one of my personal favorites of all time. I'm a big diehard fan of the Ultimate X match. I'm waiting to see if a surprise entrant might get thrown in there, which last year during Slammiversary, there were surprise entrants thrown into a few matches. The women's championship match with Deonna Purrazzo, I'm waiting to see who the surprise opponent is going to be for her. I know there isn't a lot of like major talk of who could, you know, go in there because the female names kind of been like already, you know, segregated to separate companies, but you never know who could make this appearance. So I'm actually intrigued by that. There's rumors of a new working relationship with NWA. So
yeah, I heard.
Impact and NWA could be working together again. So that should be fun. And the women's tag team titles, you know what I'm saying? That's another one I'm very interested about. And as anybody who knows us from our show knows, one of the reasons why I might be hyped up about this match.
Word. Also, I'm just looking at Impact's website right now, and as of yesterday, TJP is out of the X Division match due to injury. So that's another
slot opens up.
Yeah. I don't know if they filled it in or whatnot because I didn't even look. I'm just trying to find
pushing hard for
Slammiversary.
I think Murphy's going to show up.
That's the word on the street.
Or is he still in his clause?
He's still in his clause, the 31st of August.
Okay.
Because I know they're pushing hard for him. I just see him going to Impact in general.
Well, he already has, from what I understand, his first show booked, and he's going to have a match against Brian Cage.
Yep.
Because, like you said, here's where I don't. The Impact tag titles for the women, that's not mystery opponents, correct?
No, I think it might be a gauntlet match or a multi-woman team match. I'm not positive. I haven't checked what the card is as right now.
I got it pulled up right here.
Because you got to think if it's someone can show up, you got to think the easy answer is the Iconics. But
who?
The who?
The Iconics.
The who? Who? Huh?
The what?
The fuck are they?
I'm like,
who the Iconics? What?
Not right. Hey,
but you got to assume.
If you're
league goes to AEW.
if you are interested in watching Slammiversary later this evening for a lower cost than the buy rate, hit me up in the DMs, whether it be
Me
on
as well.
Facebook or Twitter or wherever else. Just hit me in the DMs if you want to watch that show. I'll hook
As the
you up.
kids say.
But let's see. I'm gonna go from top to bottom as it is on their website. Let me do a little screen share action.
Oh,
I like the screen share.
Boom. Here we are. The first match on the card is Can I?
Oh, okay. So they do have a scheduled match.
What is this? Did I fuck it up? Go back.
Moose.
I did. Oh, there it is. All right, here we are.
Big
So-
moose guy here.
This is my only qualm with
Okay.
Impact. It's not even really a gripe or whatever. It's just an observation.
Mhm.
How come every pay-per-view that they have, it starts with the motherfucking decay? It's either goddamn Crazy Steve and Black Taurus, or it's Havoc and Rosemary, or it's all four of them. It always starts with them.
Because you know what it is? With me personally, I think it's because they have like a cool gimmick and a cool entrance, and it's like, all right, it kind of gets the fans hyped up.
Or it takes
Like-
too long to set up.
Yeah. So for me, like personally, I like Decay when they still had Abyss there, and they came out to the Marilyn Manson Nobody's theme song. Like to me, that shit was fire. So I've always been a fan of Decay and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know why they always start off the show with them. Like every pay-per-view. You are so right on that, B-Rob.
But if you've seen on the Wrestling is Trash page on either Instagram at Wrestling is Trash, or if you follow on Facebook or whatever, you've seen the video clip that I've posted of Tasha Steelz displaying her in-ring acumen, which was hilarious. Goddamn, in there twerking and shit.
Should have been Kiara.
It should have been justice for Kiara. Look, it got me riled up and shaking my mic and shit.
I want to talk about twerking.
All this twerk talk. But I don't see the Decay pulling the dub on this. What are your thoughts there, Nick, from what you see here on the screen?
I think Fire and Flavor are going to retain.
Word.
But I'm kind of a fan of them. I don't like how old girl takes shots at Sasha Banks, but still cool.
What? She do that?
Ooh.
You know where that beef came from, right?
To be
All
honest,
over
no.
Blue hair.
Not even that.
It was
what-
red hair.
Yeah. First it was Ember Moon because she did her hair that fiery orange shit or whatever. And then Ember Moon came up on NXT and she had the exact same hair shit.
Yep.
So there was a little beef and fluff about that. So after years and months, I believe, she decided to go to that color blue. Then Sasha Banks come back, motherfucking blue.
Mm-hmm.
But blue looks cool.
Yes. I mean, she has some other assets over Sasha Banks anyway. So, I mean.
Valid point. Valid point.
Yeah. Yes. Welcome to Twerk Talk.
Twerk. Carl!
It's just like a TED Talk, but we're talking about twerking.
Twerk.
But we all in agreement. Fire and the Flavor, right?
I believe Fire and Flavor will retain, and I believe that there will be a debut, as Matt Riddle would say, after this match. And my girls, the Inspiration, may debut after this match and put them on notice.
Word.
So that way we have a women's tag team title feud to look forward to in the future. Future.
I need to make that a sound drop. Future.
Stealing a line over here.
And anytime that you have Kiara Hogan in the match, there's always going to be a debut after and during and before.
I'm with it. No complaints.
All right. Next on the list, we got the most professional wrestler, Brian Myers, and Tennille Dashwood versus Zack Ryder and a mystery tag team partner. And this
That's Matt
independent tag
Cardona to
team
you.
match. That's what, didn't I say that?
No.
What'd I say?
It's Zack Ryder.
Same thing. Same.
He's not officially signed with any company, is he?
No.
No. Free agent. That's how you should do it. You should be able to just have a slew of these bookings and whatnot and get your thing on.
You got to go Cardona and the mystery person. I feel it's kind of obvious.
And Brian the future is
no longer here.
Yeah.
So it's been alluded to who this mystery partner may be.
What do you guys think?
Well, Brian, you want to go ahead and spill the tea on that?
I personally, this is the one that I'm very confused about because this match was just thrown together this week, and I don't know who the partner would be based on the fact that I guess Chelsea Green got injured again and re-broke her arm. So I'm just like, what the hell? So for me, I honestly don't know. Like, this is the one surprise that I'm like, all right, I actually am curious to see who they pull out for this one. Because the only other person I could really think of that would be a female that I would put in this type of match is maybe the formerly known as Vanessa Bourne.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the one name I could really think of. But aside from that, I don't know who they would put in this spot.
You don't think Mickie James?
For this spot, no.
No.
And then she got the shit coming up with NWA, right? They're doing a tournament over there, ain't they? Or
No, NWA, she issued an open challenge.
Oh, okay.
So
very well. And as Carl has alluded to down here in the chat, Cardona needs to win because he's going to die next week. For those of you who don't know, he's in is it a death match?
Yes.
He's having Nick Gage.
Fucking Gage.
Oh, wow. I got to watch that.
Mm-hmm.
News to me here. Hey, mad random, but it has to do with Impact. How much do you think these people make?
More than me.
Probably.
Yeah,
well, you got to think too, right? This is where, you know, when people talk about like wrestlers making all this money, right? You could still be comfortable and make a good amount of money. Like I remember one point last year, or not last year, around the time with the whole Matt Hardy debacle, right?
Yeah.
These guys were making 4,000. Like I think it was TJP. He was making 4,000 per show appearance.
Yeah.
On Impact, correct?
Yeah, on Impact. So you know what I mean? Like $4,000 on a weekly basis from Impact doesn't sound too bad.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to remember, like, everybody looks at WWE as this multi-billion-dollar company, which they are, you know, and the wrestlers still don't get paid what they're worth down there.
Yeah, that's 16 G's a month, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, $4,000 a week it's not bad for some people. You know
I just don't get where they continuously have the money from.
They're owned by Anthem Sports in Canada. Yeah, so, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're owned by a television company.
Yeah. Okay,
similar to another wrestling company, which is a whole different story within itself.
Oh man, that I'm sad about that.
You and me both.
Mm-hmm.
So sad.
ROH Nick.
Yeah.
He's like, what? What is this? What is this?
What is this Ring of Honor?
Oh, I like Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
All right, but I also thought Chelsea because your boy.
They're engaged and all that.
Yeah, that and the on-air personality guy or whatever, I forget his name, alluded to it being a hot mess. So
Scott Moore. I mean, I will throw a name out there that I think that they could slide in here just for shits and giggles. Maybe Madison comes out of retirement for one more match.
Maybe.
Or ODB. ODB could always get a call. You know, she loves Impact.
Yeah, ODB is a hot mess.
Or Tessa.
Nah.
I'm kidding.
I don't know about that. Anyway, let's scroll on up. We got, here we go. We got a freaking, what is this? A triple threat tag team match?
Four-way.
All right. I can't see. It looked like these two was on teams on the other side. Yeah, we just found out yesterday that TJP is out, so I don't know who his replacement is. I don't think they have anything down here.
Nah, because I think he wouldn't be in there.
Let's see. Tommy Dreamer made a huge announcement. Yeah. I don't know. It might be another surprise. But
I'll go with the Good Brothers retaining.
What do you mean gaining?
Gaining. They don't have the belt.
Wait, when did they lose them? See, I don't pay attention.
They lost the belt a couple months ago. So Violent by Design's been. Oh, they lost it to Finn Juice, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And then Finn Juice ended up losing it to Violent by Design because Rhino cashed in on his Slammiversary trophy from last year.
Yes.
Slammiversary trophy in the bank.
Yes.
You just a
surprise, motherfucker.
Pretty much.
I'm switching my pick for that.
Actually, wasn't. I'm not gonna lie. When he brought it out, I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" And I saw the trophy, and I'm like, "Oh shit, that's right. He won something a while back." So
yeah, I'm gonna go with them retaining. Whoever's the champ was retaining.
I'm gonna go with the Good Brothers only because I believe that
Well, I'm an asshole.
the Elite need more titles, and I can't believe I'm saying that. So, but no, I believe that the Good Brothers are probably gonna end up taking this one and just being more draped in gold with the Elite. How much more annoying can the Elite get?
Yeah.
Give them more belts. So I'm gonna go with the good old Good Brothers, Sex Ferguson and Chad Too Bad.
Yeah, draped up and dripped out. Know what I'm talking about. I look at this. I don't know why I'm looking over there because it's right here in front of me. I really don't care. So, with that being said, let's scroll on up. This is another one I don't really care about because Eddie Edwards, to me, his overall body shape is fucking with my eyeballs, you know, because I've always known him to be this little small, slender, Evan Bourne, Matt Slidell type person. And now he looked like Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. He got cankles and shit, dude. But
you gotta go Morrissey in this.
Yeah. The more I see of this guy, I'm a little impressed. I'm a little impressed. I need to get the rim shot on here. But I don't know. Morrissey, I guess. I'm not too much on my plate for this one.
Well, I gotta give props to my boy Eddie Edwards because he comes from our region. I actually was working when I was training for a show, and Eddie Edwards was one of the guys who was performing when he was first coming out, back when he was diehard Eddie Edwards. He's a great wrestler, very underrated. I like the gimmick for him because he kind of fits that crazy Boston guy role. When it comes to Morrissey, man, if this was the guy that we were supposed to get in WWE that Vince was originally trying to turn him into this heel, I'm loving it. I'm personally loving the monster Morrissey character right now. And I will say I am willing to throw another surprise in there right about here. And I would not be shocked if Enzo shows up.
Okay.
They are good friends. The guy showed that he's been able to work clean, and Enzo has been a free agent for a good while now. And him and Morrissey work well together. Like it or not, these two guys work very well together. So I'm with you on the Morrissey pick, but if there's going to be another surprise throughout the night, maybe it's Enzo.
How you doing? I guess. I mean,
Nicholas.
Enzo is hit or miss for me. But what are your thoughts there, Nick?
I said Morrissey from the get-go. Just he's kind of newer on the Impact side. Just big guy. He's kind of been going over everywhere he goes, so you got to think he wins.
Yeah. I ain't down with the cankles taking this victory.
Some men have cankles.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I don't.
All right. This is the kicker right here. The interesting match on the card for me. We got the Ultimate X match. Nick, are you familiar with what Ultimate X is?
Yes.
Do tell. Calling your card. Pulling your card.
But the X in the middle of the ring, and you got to grab it.
All right. Simple enough.
All you got to do is jump up and grab it.
Yep.
Yeah, just literally jump. You don't need a ladder or nothing. You just jump.
Has there been anybody just to go straight vertical from the middle and grab that bitch?
No, but there's been a lot of bad falls from there.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of highlights of that.
Christopher Daniels almost killing himself.
Yeah.
Suicide, just jumping. Kaz doing diving leg drops off it. Oh.
Yeah.
Didn't AJ do something, or am I thinking of someone else?
Yeah.
No, AJ's had a couple of Ultimate X matches as well.
I thought I've seen.
AJ saved his own life by daggone just turning his body enough so he could fall on his back instead of his head and neck.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we got the veteran Petey Williams. We got Chris Bay in there. We got the freaking Ace Austin. Every time I see that Ace Austin and shit, I keep thinking about Austin Aries. Trey Miguel, Josh Alexander, the current X Division champion, and Raju. I can't say his first name. I keep forgetting. Rohit.
Defeat Rohit.
You know what? When I first started getting back into Impact, I seen this guy. He was like one of the first, glimpses back into Impact, and I did not like him. But after watching him perform and everything, and just seeing more of the character, this dude grew on me, man. I like him a lot.
Dude, I was the same way. I was not a Rohit fan. When he was part of the Desi Hit Squad, I was just like, yeah, he's okay. When he broke off solo, I was like, all right, I fucks with Rohit. And then when he won the title, and he just kept giving everybody title shots, and it's like, nope, you ain't winning. Nope. I didn't say it was for the belt. I said you get a match. He was swerving everybody. So I grew to love Rohit, man. Rohit's awesome.
He is better Jinder Mahal.
Yes, way better Jinder.
Yes. So what else? And what's the other big guy that be with him? Shabali Shira?
Shira, yeah.
Yeah, that dude, didn't he used to be fat?
Yeah.
Because I can remember didn't he have the shit called the Shira Shuffle or some shit like that?
Oh, it was like the Shira Shake or something like that. That's when Rinka King was a thing, and they brought them over, and he became like that one transitional star and stuff like that.
Yeah, he used to be a big fat fuck, and now
he got jacked.
Diesel as shit. But as far as the predictions go,
yes,
the picks. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of partial to Chris Bay.
I was just gonna say I don't know much about this one, to be honest, but I know that's kind of like your low key boy, so I was gonna say him.
Yeah, so I'm kind of biased.
Mm-hmm. You know, I'm actually going to be able to see Chris Bay and Ace Austin next weekend. So they're coming up to Massachusetts for a big show. Kurt Angle's going to be here. Yep. Paul London. Oh, I'm excited about
that.
What
show is it?
In
XWA Extreme Rumble.
Yeah, isn't former guest Danny Limelight going to be there as well?
Danny Limelight as well will be there.
Where at? What part of Mass?
Plymouth.
Oh, okay, not too.
So originally it was supposed to be in Warwick at the training center they have there.
Yeah.
But because it's such a bigger show and the Extreme Rumble, they always bring out other surprises and shit. So they moved it over to Plymouth, so a bigger facility and stuff for them.
Oh, I'll be legit.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a good one. So plus Miss Dina wants to meet Kurt Angle. Oh, she thinks he's so cute.
Hey, well, when I saw him at Mania at the hotel, that motherfucker looked dead.
She wants to see his angle, the angle of his dangle.
Like hell, she is.
He's like, motherfucker, I'll choke.
Like, look, you get an autograph. Ain't nobody taking a picture. If you're taking a picture 6 feet, COVID.
Cool.
All right. So my bias is picking Chris Bay, but I think looking at this, I don't know. I think Josh Alexander is gonna hold on to it.
All right. Well, I got a surprise entrant for this match to make it a 7-way. And this is a guy that I felt was criminally underutilized in WWE.
Madman Fulton.
No.
Fuck that guy.
A guy that when I say his name, you'll be like, oh, he fits perfectly in this match.
Say my name.
I want to throw in there Samurai Del Sol, formerly known as
Kalisto. Okay.
Yeah.
I would love to see him appear and show up and be a part of this matchup.
That's you honestly are dead on with what you said. Yeah, that is good.
Yeah, a guy like him in this match, and you saw what he did in some of the Money in the Bank matches and stuff. The guy can move. He's a great high flyer. He's a West Coast dude.
And all that shit.
Yeah, yep. Like the guy is a high flyer. He's a guy that we all know was PWG and worked with a lot of these dudes on the indies. I would love to see him in a match like this. I could just imagine the crazy stuff. But to come out a winner, I predicted it on the show this past week. I'm going with Chris Bay. I feel like he's going to be the X Division champion for this post-pandemic era for them. And no disrespect to Josh Alexander, because the guy's fucking amazing. I love the guy. But when we talk about X Division, you need that fast-paced, high-flying guy, and Chris Bay is the perfect representation coming out of that for me. With all due respect to Ace Austin, too, who I'm a big fan of.
You see Impact is letting fans in for this one, but they just announced it yesterday.
No, this was announced.
Yeah.
This has been announced that this is the first show with fans.
Oh, well, the tweet I read from them yesterday honestly sounded like it just was like, hey, out of nowhere.
No, they've been announcing it's what was it called? Under Siege? That they've been doing, that they were going to have fans
that they expecting.
How many?
Yeah,
I think it's going to be the same. The amount that would fill up that facility. They're still in Tennessee, I believe.
Yeah, it's almost like a full. It's almost like a full sale situation.
Yeah, a few hundred, probably, maybe low 1,000.
Yeah, maybe I want to say about 400 or 500, maybe.
Yeah, hey, that's good though.
Mm-hmm.
Better than zero.
Facts.
Sometimes when the crowds are that small too, at Full Sail, watching NXT and the takeovers they used to have, they're sometimes that's all you need because you get the real crowd reaction.
Been saying that since ECW. The amount of people in a building don't determine how loud it was. Think about it. You see what happens at Full Sail most of the time, and then you compare it to Lafayette.
Mm-hmm.
It was a ghost town. You know what I mean? It was 20,000 people there, but it was a ghost town. But you go into Full Sail with like 300-400 people, and they're rowdier than fucking all hell.
Well, you know it is too, when it's that small of a crowd. Like the diehards are there too.
It's a more intimate atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've never been to a show that small, but I really wanted to be honest.
Word. Well, that be what it be. Let's see what else we got here. We should have just one more match.
Yeah, I think it's just the main event.
One more match. One more match. Oh, two more.
Oh, three more actually.
Yeah. All right. So we got
Moose,
and Chris Sabin. They had some kind of feud up out of nowhere, right?
Moose.
Yeah. He injured Chris Sabin, and now Chris Sabin wants his revenge. So
still going Moose.
He ain't gonna get it.
Yeah.
I call this the Swingers Palace main event. By the way.
What?
The Swingers Palace main event. This is all because of Johnny Swinger. I love Johnny Swinger, the swing man daddy. His little gambler thing in the back. It all started because of that shit. So I got to go with Moose, but damn it, Swinger needs to be the referee for this.
Yeah, I thought you was talking about some wife swapping or some shit like that.
No, ain't no pineapples here.
Yeah, just
Moose.
I'm Moose, and I'm here to fuck your wife. Long dick style. But Moose. I'm picking Moose.
Yeah, I'm going Moose.
All right. Just enough about that. Deonna Purrazzo and the mystery opponent.
Representing us Italianos.
Sure. Whatever.
Hey.
I don't know. Everybody all high on Deonna Purrazzo. I have yet to see it yet.
I see. My thing is, I think she's a great technical wrestler, but her personality in the ring is kind of dull. But I like her character, like the gimmick. I think she's beautiful. I love her style of wrestling, but it takes two to tango. She's got to be in there with somebody who can work up to that level and make it appear good.
Word. And speaking of, I just don't get it. Not Sue Young, but the other girl that be hanging around, Susan. Not her, but the other
Kimberly.
Kid. Yeah. What the fuck, man?
She's good. She's good, but she just has no character, no personality.
She looked like she owned the meth, man. I'm gonna call her Method Man. She looked like she smoked that shit, bro. It's like she be in the back, just like nodding off with a needle in her arm and shit. That's how she looked to me.
That's homegirl's wife from MSK, Nash Carter.
Oh, okay.
No way.
Yeah, that's his wife.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, they look like they go together.
Which one is Nash?
The white guy.
Oh, okay. I was about to say that.
Formerly Wentz.
I was about to say that would have even made more sense if it was the black guy. Because I mean, hey man, stereotypes aside or whatever, it's just like we kind of go for shit like that.
True.
Just like stereotypically speaking, that's the type of shit they go for.
True.
I'm gonna say they because I ain't associating with that sect of the blackness.
Don't judge us.
But no, I you got a lovely lady, but that motherfucker there, that Kimberly motherfucker just does not do it for me. She was in the Mae Young Classic, wasn't she?
I believe so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but who wasn't?
Yeah, but like she overweight Tinkerbell. She's like Candice LeRae times 2. If Candice LeRae ate Candice LeRae with a side of Candice LeRae, that's Kimberly.
Dewdrop.
She's thinner than Dewdrop.
Yeah.
Huh?
She's thinner than Dewdrop.
No,
but I prefer Dewdrop over her.
Hey, to each your own. Everybody has their own.
Anyway,
I can't believe that's a name.
Given Impact is random as fuck, it should be sponsored by the Random Rounds with Rob. I believe the guest person, the mystery opponent, is going to be the one to win.
Ooh, okay.
Because
what do you think it is?
I don't care. Because it ain't gonna be nobody good.
I mean, I got a couple names to throw out there for this one.
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
All right,
give me some scenarios.
All right, first scenario I can go with is Mickey James, based on the fact that when we're
But
talking
you
about,
just said she wasn't gonna come out for the other shit.
yeah, the other shit wouldn't be worth it. This is why when Nick said it earlier, I was like, for this match, no. But for this match, yes. Mickey James is a 4-time knocked up champion. Props to ODB.
Yeah.
So she's a 4-time knocked up champion. She's a very credible opponent. And Deonna Purrazzo literally has been running through this entire women's division since she's been there. So a credible name like Mickey James could be a contender.
And I could see the win if Mickey James was to pop up. Just to go with my point I just made.
Yeah, just to go with the point. Another name that I could throw out there is something that everyone's been waiting for. Another person from AEW to come on in and challenge an Impact. And that could be Dr. Britt Baker, BMG.
I don't want to see it.
Outside of the ring, they are very good friends. And supposedly, Britt Baker has approached Scott D'Amore about having a match with Deonna Purrazzo. So that could be another name. It could get some buzz for them because we all know how Impact has been using, or AEW's been using Impact for their little, open and forbidden door shit. So that's another name. Another throwback name I'll throw out there, because she's a free agent as well, Velvet Sky.
Okay.
I could see Velvet coming back to Impact and helping them out.
I will retract if it was her. Because she ain't winning.
She wouldn't win, but I wouldn't be surprised if they brought someone like that back because she's no longer with Ring of Honor. Her and Bully are free agents. Yeah. So to me, I could see Velvet going back there and trying to help out that women's division and getting some more personality and stuff out there. So
who do you see Bully going to next?
That's a whole different conversation within itself.
Yeah, I see him going to Busted Open Radio Hall of Fame. There you go.
Facts.
You don't need to go nowhere.
Mark Henry's in AEW, so they got to bring the whole team there.
Yeah.
And fuck that. Nah, keep him where he is.
Bully, just hear this. Bully to me is going to be not wrestling wise, but he is the piece that most of these companies need behind the scenes.
And he needs to stay behind the curtain too.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I can understand what he would do in ring wise, because the Bully character, it's still Bully Ray. You know what I mean? Like he knows how his character should be used, not just being just another person on the company. If he's going to go somewhere, it has to mean something, and they have to offer him something well worth his while.
Yeah.
So do you think, I got to ask this, because you guys might know more or whatever, and I've always been thinking, obviously we all know Devon's with WWE.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you think they offered him a job too or no?
No.
And he's do you think WWE offered Bully a job and he said no?
I don't think he wanted to go, I don't think
I would say for someone who's been listening to him for a while now on Busted Open, him going to WWE would just be him talking to a wall.
Unless he was working exclusively with Navy Paul Heyman or something.
Yeah, exactly. Aside from that, he'd be talking to a wall, because whatever ideas he has, if they fall on deaf ears, then it's pointless. So, and he just turned 50. The guy isn't just going to work for somebody who's not going to. I'll say it like this: aside from WWE, the outside wrestling world around them has freedom. Yeah. All of these companies have freedom. Yeah, you know what I mean, and they're allowed their wrestlers to have input. WWE, we all know it's a system over there. You know what I mean? If it doesn't go through one particular person, it's not going to be approved. So no matter how great of an idea he has, it will never see the light of day.
I just wish they hired. Sorry, I'm going on a little rant now, but I wish they hired more former wrestlers, because you see it in NXT. It's granted it's all DX, but even still, it's good, right?
Oh, I mean, it's not all DX. You got to remember, you got Norman Smiley down there. You got fucking Matt
Bloom and stuff like
that.
Yeah,
you got Matt Bloom and those guys down there.
Yeah, Regal to a point. You got some female talent back there.
Yeah, but you need, I wish they would do that. Granted, Nick Khan he brought some good things to WWE, little things how he was probably the one who helped with Bad Bunny, helped with Rolling Loud next week, which I don't know what they're gonna do there.
Who?
But stuff like that. Yeah, he's bringing in money. He got the Peacock deal. He's kind of probably releasing all these people, which sucks. But it's get some more veterans back there.
We see the
people who go out there and know what's gonna get a crowd to pop or not.
Yeah, I mean, we see both sides of the coin. You talk about the sole figurehead to to give it the yay or the nay. Look at Kevin Feige over at freaking Marvel. He is the Vince McMahon of the Marvel universe. Everything goes through him ultimately before it hits our screens and shit. And look how good they do over there. Then you got Vince McMahon on the other side doing the same shit for professional wrestling, and it's just like,
Oh, we got Finn Balor and Ricochet, guys who look the part, can do the part great, but a little on the microphone. No, we'll give him Otis with a shaved head and no beard. And it's like, fuck you.
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of like this version of Otis, but nah.
Fuck him.
Nah, I think he's gonna be. I honestly think he's gonna be a decent heel if done properly.
As long as they don't fuck up Finn Balor.
Yeah, without the beard, it looks like his face is just sinking into his neck. It's just like it's just melting in.
Just one piece, like Jabba.
One piece. But I had something, but we just went on a good tear and everything.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's all Nick's fault.
It's all Nick.
All on Nick.
So that main event.
Oh yeah, but last thing to touch about Bubba Ray and Devon. Devon know his role, and he knows that he is better suited to be behind the camera, behind the curtain. Bully Ray, Bubba Ray, whatever the fuck you want to call him. He has to have the attention. He has to be in front of the camera. He has to be acting out and doing whatever the fuck.
No. It like I said.
Well, I mean, character-wise or whatever.
Yeah, character-wise.
Because me personally, I don't feel like if I see Bubba Ray on my screen, I automatically want to see Devon. And if Devon is on my screen, I automatically want to see Bubba Ray. But only one can stand on their own without the other, and that's Bubba Ray.
Yeah. This is my thing when it comes to Bubba, right? And a lot of people think, I'm dick riding him because I listen to Busted. I've been listening to Busted Open for years. It's not that I'm dick riding the guy. It's when you want to talk wrestling logic and things that make sense, the guy knows how to make sense in this business. He is a Hall of Famer. He is one of the last true traveling superstars. When you want to talk about credibility in a company, go to any company aside from Ring of Honor, check their tag division. You will see his name there. This is a guy who knows the business. This is a guy who helped run ECW during its peak period. This is a guy who understands business, who was a business major prior to becoming a professional wrestler. He understands and knows how to put the pieces in place that knows how to get someone over. Like the whole Be a Star campaign, right? I don't know if you guys ever heard the story of what Bully's original plan was to do. Him coming as Bully Ray into WWE was supposed to be. The original storyline was he was supposed to bully Darren Young when Darren Young just came out of the closet.
WWE ain't gonna touch that.
Exactly. No. Here's the kicker. The story was a go. Everything was a go up until Vince got to the sponsors. He said, my sponsors won't allow me to do that. He goes, yeah, but the payoff is Darren gets his wins after I bully him, like obviously bullying him over into character. Darren gets the win, and then Bully learns not to become a bully. You know what I mean? Like the story would have evolved. So in storytelling wise, the guy's a mastermind, you know, but when it comes to actual in-ring stuff, he's good enough to work with anybody. But the Bully Ray character, I agree with you, B-Rob. At times, I do want to see Devon with him.
But most importantly, he is part of the 5th best tag team in WWE history.
Boy, away, Nick.
Yeah,
you already pissed me off of Goldberg. You pissed me off of Goldberg already, and that's happening.
Well, look out for that episode of Wrestling is Trash is coming up. We did a sit down with the mayor, Dan Dinkins, and we did a rehash of the WWE top 50 greatest tag teams of all time.
And Dan, send me a friend request. I tried to send you one. It won't allow me to do it.
Yeah.
You hear me?
And the W's
goddamn Dan.
5th spot.
But I had something else I wanted to say, and I wanted to get it out. But like
Omega wins.
That whole angle that you was just talking about with the Bully Be a Star bullshit or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You're a hater.
I'm just like,
what if he bullied Matt Hardy?
Or the Undertaker.
Got him thinking.
Well, if you're talking about time period pieces or whatever, I mean, you say the Undertaker for that time period when that was going on, I would be like, no, shut the hell up, Nick. But Matt Hardy. Yeah, fuck that guy. Anyway, all right. Main event. Is this a main event? Yes, it is. Main event. Kenny Omega. He winning. Fuck it.
I don't know. I don't
Sammy
think
Callahan ain't about that shit. Because this is the question that I have for you, Brian.
Yes.
And it goes back to my shit that TNA Impact or whatever you want to call them is ass backwards. With the name Slammiversary.
Yes.
You would think this is their WrestleMania, but it is not, correct? It's Bound for Glory.
Bound for Glory is technically their WrestleMania.
Yeah. So what is Slammiversary? Is Slammiversary their SummerSlam?
Slammiversary is pretty much, yeah, I'd equate it to SummerSlam.
Yeah. So let me ask you, because I missed AEW this week briefly. They haven't really determined who's going to be Kenny's opponent, have they? Like his next one, kind of.
For AEW, they're on the road of bringing back Hangman Page or making it Hangman Page. They're doing
that's okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah, they're doing a 5-on-5 with the Dark Order.
So what if Hangman costs Kenny the title here, so he can finally drop it? It is no DQ. That's what I think is going to happen, because this is the only type of stipulation I feel Kenny can drop the title in, where it wasn't his fault or whatever. Because I don't think AEW won't let Kenny lose clean for this title.
Well, and if they do, it's got to be somebody that's going to be. It's not Sammy Callahan.
Well, I felt they had faith in Callahan before, though.
They did. I mean,
you know what? I did not know that was him in motherfucking Lucha Underground. He looked fucking suave as fuck in Lucha Underground, dog.
Yeah.
When he was teaming with Ivelisse and all that shit. Mm-hmm. What the fuck happened to that guy?
Dude, Sammy's a monster, man. People underrate him.
No, I'm talking about in the face.
Oh, in the face? Oh, I mean, well,
he looked like a dapper young gentleman when he was in Lucha Underground, but now he just
he said, "Fuck it, I'm going full punk rock."
Yeah,
or heavy metal.
Throwback Thursday.
He looked like what's that shit? Telemundo, telenovela star on Lucha Underground. He's just he had the smooth skin and the hair. Yeah,
so,
he looked like Telemundo.
Then you gotta have the dramatic music in the background. Dun, dun, dun.
Had the little blur filter on the front. That's what he reminded me of when he was talking with Ivelisse and shit.
Throwback Thursday, real quick. You know how I said I was watching the Ruthless Aggression thing? Well, now it's on the Evolution one, and I just saw Devon when they were showing him with Batista.
Evolution is a mystery.
And all I can think of is when the Dudleys won the Hall of Fame, when Devon, they were talking about his single character and how Ron Simmons and JBL would be in the back waiting for the money to take it to go drink.
Yep, go grab beers and stuff.
That's awesome. I don't care. That's literally fans' money. They're taking the drink. I think it's awesome.
Word.
I know somebody who's going to need that gimmick really, really soon, and I'm loving it.
Who?
I will. I'll save that one for after. But SmackDown hit a home run, or not even a grand slam for me yesterday. I thought it was greatness. They did one thing, and I thought it was fucking greatness.
What was it?
Crackhead Baron Corbin is fucking great. Oh, this man came out there and was begging for change. He started a GoFundMe account. All right. Yeah.
That's a real website. I went on it.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
You can't
donate money.
You can't donate or anything like that, but it's really there.
It's a real website.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. For all the people who are crapping on Baron Corbin, they've been shitting on him forever. This storyline is literally what we've been waiting for. The guy went from being a king to being a peasant, and now he broke. He asking for change. He's trying. Oh, I was literally listening to that promo in tears. I thought that was pure comedy gold. I'm sorry.
I'm right there with you.
I thought that was the best work Baron Corbin has ever done on a microphone. And then coming out to Kevin Owens, he's like, "Come on, Kevin. We know you don't spend." I thought he was gonna say something about his weight. He's like, "You know you don't spend money on ring gear. Let me get $1." Bam, stunner. Oh, loved it.
The only thing I'm worried about is I think they trademarked Happy Corbin, and
I'm okay with that.
No, because I think. See, here's the thing with Baron Corbin. I've always been a fan of him. I liked his old entrance he had. I liked the Lone Wolf thing. His entrance he had before the King thing. I liked even that new music. I love the End of Days. I like the Deep Six. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm personally.
But the lady liked the Deep Six too.
I've always been a fan of Corbin, and I will be. Like, when he won Money in the Bank, I was there. I was probably one of 10 people that were like, "Yeah!" Excited that
I was there when he cashed in.
Oh yeah, that wasn't Providence.
That was in Providence.
The only thing I was upset about that night when he won the briefcase, he went full heel mode, was my first time seeing Shinsuke live, and he interrupted his entrance. And then every time I've seen Shinsuke since, he was the other Shinsuke with the other music, so no one was really into it. But yeah. And then he's a great heel. He legitimately makes you hate him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Corbin's a great heel.
Yeah, it's the hate that like get your punk ass off my screen type.
Yeah, go away. Who says this? A bully where go away heat.
Yeah, he had legit go away heat, but
y'all forgetting though. Go away heat is not good.
It's not. He
has good. See, Goldberg's go the fuck away heat. Go the fuck home heat.
Yes,
he does. Corbin's got
the
get out of here. No one likes you heat.
Yeah, Corbin's got regular like. People hated on Corbin. I
Corbin
think
needs to go back to the NXT monster that he was.
Yes.
Don't say shit. Yes. Come out there, squash a bitch, and leave.
And just leave. Yeah, I'm okay with that. And Corbin athletically has always been good. So
yeah.
That's a WWE thing. They make them motherfuckers talk too much. Like I was talking to my boy back home, and like for real, big dudes don't need to talk. Like me and my buddy, like I got the easiest way. You could book Lesnar and Lashley. Lashley's out there talking. Lesnar comes out, says nothing, F5s him, SummerSlam.
Yeah, they can do the Triple H Undertaker joint. They just stand in the ring, look at the thing.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, look, there's a thing up there. Let's go there."
I'm a fan of less talking. Like I think when Brock and Roman does happen, I think that's what happened. I think Brock should come out, do the whole circle thing he does around the ring, get in face to face, like do the Brock like smile, slap the title, and walk away.
Yeah,
like that's all you need to do. But they're gonna do this long dramatic thing and. Someone's going to talk and sound fucking stupid when they talk. And it's like, nope, I hate it.
Yeah.
And I think that was the problem with Corbin. Corbin was able to say way too much, especially when he was part of the Authority or whatever. His talking killed it for a lot of people. Yes. But in ring-wise, the guy's not bad. Like,
no, he's not.
For a guy 6'7", he can move great.
I'll tell you what. When he made the transition and the change or whatever, there was a period of time that I did like him. And that was when he was like the temporary general manager or some shit.
Yeah, and he had that good go away heat.
And I think he was once again, go away heat is not good.
No, Brian knows what I mean by that.
You're thinking X-Pac heat, Nick.
Yeah,
where he got that
I think it was around the time he was brokering the deal for the Universal title match, and he was walking around holding the belt.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that shit.
Yeah.
For the brief time that it was there, but after that, I was just like, yeah.
I got over it though, is when they had him face like Angle in his match, and they did the whole Golden Glove boxer, Providence's own favorite son. Like I didn't like that. That one I was like, all right, I'm over this motherfucker. Like Then he had go away heat. Then he had X-Pac heat, which is good. He had go away.
No, it's not good. When the mother,
if you
want a motherfucker to go away for real, that's not good.
No, but like go away, like get off the screen. I think that's good.
So you're thinking of get off my TV heat?
Yes, whatever heat that is in the wrestling label world, I like.
Label.
So wait, what did you guys think of SmackDown last night? I'm a big fan of the set.
Great
screen, big screen.
That was they pretty much recycled the screen that we saw at that
WrestleMania. I thought Roman got over really good with the crowd, whether it was like bad or good. I think initially he got cheered when he first hit it, but granted he was the first.
You heard it transition. It was like,
yeah. So like I thought that was cool. I thought what Edge pop was insane, and even him like, come on, Houston, give me like I was like.
I'll tell you what, Bianca got a great pop too. Yeah. I was shocked. I was like, damn, they love her.
Yeah, this show reminded me of old school Attitude Show. It's like it didn't matter who walked through that entrance ramp. Or
Everybody got a pop.
Everybody was like, yeah.
But it's crazy because on social media, you saw it. Everyone sounded like Edge had pop of the night. But I don't know if you follow him, Brian. You might. Mike, he was there, and he tweeted to everyone. I kept saying, he said Bianca sounded like she got the biggest pop tonight, which wouldn't surprise me either, and I'm all about too.
Honestly, I think the crowd was really behind Bianca. Like when her music first hit, that place looked like a concert. They were going nuts.
I like to be behind Bianca, boy.
Oh, yeah. Goddamn Montez.
I personally, yeah. But even like Liv, they go by. You got to think Liv's winning.
I love Wiv. I honestly,
Wiv?
when it came to the
You
women's
love
money
Wiv?
thing, I picked Liv.
I love Liv.
I love Wiv. I like no, honest to God, I do like Liv Morgan. I think she has star potential, and she just gotta get a little bit more confident in the ring.
Yeah. Okay. Well, one thing I want to talk about before we close out or whatever. I thought that was hilarious as fuck. Whenever it was that Sonya Deville came out and announced Carmella to be the next challenger for the belt, and Liv came out, she's like, "Hold up!" And she's like, "If you shut the fuck up for a minute, I was gonna say you was gonna be in the Money in the Bank ladder match since she got the title match now." And she's like, "Oh, okay, thanks, but I'm still fuck you up." She was hilarious. But to close this out, we're gonna look at this real quick one more time.
Oh, we haven't even got to the main event, have we? Oh,
This is the main event.
oh, okay.
Is it? Yeah, there ain't no more cards. So Nick think that is gonna be some shenanigans from Hangman Page to ultimately cost Kenny to lose the belt to Sami Callihan. Brian,
I is gonna go with Kenneth Jerome Omega, as Mr. Bird always calls him. I'm gonna go with Kenny on this one because there is a name out there that has been thrown around. And I feel like since he's not back in WWE yet, there is a possibility that the American Dragon World Tour starts tonight, and maybe his first stop is Impact Wrestling. Kenny retains, and the guy to take the belt off him, Bryan Danielson.
Man, that would be some monumental shit.
I'm all about it. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, and you say the American Dragon World Tour. You think this will be his retirement laps and shit? He gonna go here? He'll go to ROH. He'll go somewhere else and just kind of tie the career off.
Tie the career off. I mean, like I said, my biggest thing is that he hasn't been re-signed yet, and he's been dead quiet. When do wrestlers? Hold on, Nick. Wait 1 second.
Too invested.
Hold on, wait.
Invested in WWE.
Not at all. If you know Bryan Danielson, he doesn't give a shit. That guy has been he's been saving money his whole career. The guy doesn't like to spend cash. His baby mama or his baby's mama is very well taken care of on a reality show. Bryan Danielson is not a WWE guy. He is a professional wrestler.
And when you also got
I'm on your side. I hope that happens.
You also got to think about as well. We always talk about the tie-in with like Total Divas and Bellas and all that shit and their stake with WWE because of that.
Yeah.
The Bellas have clothing and makeup lines and they have other ventures that we don't know about outside of wrestling. So, I mean, they could be completely severed or walk away and it has no impact on them. Impact.
Yes. That's what you did there. But this is always been my thing when it comes to this is where it is when it comes with WWE, right? And Nick, I know you always say you're a little bit younger than us, right?
Yeah. And that's
WWE has been a conglomerate for the past 20 years.
Respect.
And you know what I'm saying? Busta. Great song. He's always like WWE has been the conglomerate for the past 20 years. Yes, we know Ring of Honor has been around. We know that Impact Wrestling has been around. But Bryan's never been a guy that cared about the limelight. He cares more about the art form of being a pro wrestler. And that's one of the reasons why he switched up his entire style. Like, mind you, in WWE, you've never once seen him use cattle mutilation.
No.
So, you know what I mean? Like, the guy is a wrestler.
Very, very seldom.
If ever. I don't think I've ever seen him, maybe on the early parts of NXT. Aside from that, I've never seen him use it once. But this is a guy who we all know as pro wrestlers who love wrestling. They have dream matches that they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen Bryan versus Kenny before. But to see Bryan versus Kenny now, when Kenny has elevated himself, would be a great match.
They both elevated. You know what I mean? Like, big name-wise.
Yeah, when it comes to names. And then you got... Oh, go ahead,
go ahead.
No, I was going to say, the other names like Zack Sabre Jr. is out there that he's never fought. Minoru Suzuki, he's never fought. Kota Ibushi, he's never had the opportunity. There are names all over the place. Look at Jungle Boy right now. Look at him and MJF. Look at him and Hangman.
Man, you saying you making my wrestle boner go.
To the moon!
You know what I mean?
So
And Brian's been saying this for the longest time that he wants to go on a world tour. He wants to do it a part of WWE, but WWE won't let him do it. So
which is dumb because they can bring in whatever. But
they really could.
So my question, and here's where age kicks in. So I think when Daniel Bryan first showed up in WWE on like that NXT shit, I think I was like 16. It was like 2010. Was he? So I liked him from the get-go just because I was like, I relate to this guy. He a little white dude. Like, I relate to this dude. I want to see him win, right?
Uh-huh.
And that's kind of the story they were portraying with The Miz. So you kind of had a feeling like, I was smart. Was he like over, like when he showed up, were people like, holy fuck, like that's
Brian Danielson.
So like when Samoa Joe showed up in NXT, like I was like, oh my God, it's Samoa Joe. Like, was it kind of like a big deal, like when he showed up on that?
So let me hit this real quick. It's just like you know, I've said it many times that like I was brought up on just WWE programming only, other than WCW when it was around. Mm-hmm. So when he showed up, I knew it was a big deal. And I was just like, whoa, that's that guy that I've heard so much about. And you got to remember, I'd never been to indie shows or anything like that. And, you know, watch too much of other types of wrestling. And I knew about that guy. So yes, when he popped up on that screen, I was like, oh shit, this is different, you know?
And as somebody who's followed his career, you know how CM Punk used the term best in the world?
Yeah.
That was Bryan Danielson's gimmick for like 5 years prior to getting to WWE. He was the guy having 5-star matches in the United States outside of WWE. He was Shawn Michaels' student. He was the guy that everyone knew could work any style, who could wrestle against anybody, who was tough as nails, who was technically gifted, but also charismatic enough, even though in WWE they portrayed him as someone who's not charismatic at first, who was charismatic enough to be one of the top heels in the world. Like, you remember when Tommaso Ciampa first turned on Gargano?
Yeah, he came out to no music.
Yeah, and everyone was like, fuck you, Ciampa. That was Bryan Danielson on the indies.
Yeah, so I have gone back and watched like his other stuff with like his match with Omega and stuff like that. Like once I knew, oh wow, like they wrestled before. Yeah. Like you would see it on the 24s, like when Seth Rollins talked about it, like their ring. I was like, oh, some shit I gotta go check.
Yeah.
The night I really became a big Daniel Bryan fan in WWE. So me and my boys used to chip in for the pay-per-views. And we were watching the Money in the Bank when he won. And one of my boys was at the house. He just came, not a big wrestling fan at all. We were all like, oh, who we think's going to win? And none of us picked Daniel Bryan. But my boy did, of course. And he won. And we were like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? And ever since then, I was just a big Daniel Bryan fan.
Yeah, go back.
Because it was like, this guy.
Go back if you haven't seen it. Look up the John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Yes. With him and Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
Trust me, Brian was as good as everyone hyped him up to be. As much as WWE, because you got to remember, WWE portrays you in a character through Vince's vision. Hence why his name is Daniel Bryan instead of Bryan Danielson. You know what I mean? The American Dragon was like, when he came out, it was like a party. Every move he did looked like it hurt. Like when he's bending the arms back and slowly cranking it back and bending it backwards, like he was methodical. Yeah. So that way, everything you seen that he did, you're like, ooh, that hurt. Like, if that reaction.
If you want to see like some of his influence, look at Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
I love Pete Dunne.
The freaking backflip out of the corner and everything, the submissions, the slow joint manipulations.
Yeah. So I will say this. The closest thing to compare him to is Zack Sabre Jr. right now.
Okay. Yeah. So this is like Pokemon evolution shit or whatever. It's just like this. If Daniel Bryan would have just kept going through the indies and other companies or whatever, he would eventually be what Zack Sabre Jr. is now.
Okay. So one thing I wanted to talk about real quick, and then whenever you guys are ready, I'm ready. But so now that we're back with live crowds, like Finn came back. I kind of saw the spoiler yesterday because I follow Wrestle Votes on Twitter, and sometimes you just can't avoid it. But like, who do you see getting pushes, or I guess now that fans are back, like little things like Jeff Hardy had in his contract or whatever. Like when fans come back, like that's when No More Words come back. So you got to think we're going to see him on TV more simply because of that. Like who do you see now that fans are back, like maybe getting over or not getting over anymore because there's no fans?
Well, Nakamura stock is going to go up because of Boogs, or whatever the fuck.
Rick
Rick
Boogs.
Boogs.
I love Pat McAfee with him. Oh my god,
Pat
it's so
McAfee is
funny.
unsung hero on SmackDown. Legitimately, like
I
guys,
love that he was sitting on Cole.
Yeah, he was just sitting there teabagging a veteran.
yeah,
But you know what I thought
he was
about
air
that?
guitaring yesterday on top of the table like this.
Yeah, real quick before you guys answer that though, I'd be pissed to sit behind Pat McAfee because if you just see during matches, he's so into it and just such a sports guy. He stands up half the time while he's commentating.
And
Love
then
it.
you know what I kind of feel like with him too? He only act out like that because we never seen anybody act crazy like that on commentary. But
Yeah.
I think he only act like that because he know you probably won't be around long.
I think he's gonna. If he keeps this up, he's got.
Like, I mean, I'm down with it. I'm cool with it, but it's just like he acts like a person that's just like, well, fuck it, I'm only be here for a certain amount of time or whatever. Or they, he just have that feeling.
He's trying to see how much he can get away with before they fire him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just
That's what it is.
It's like first episode Chappelle show. It's just like, let's see what I can get away with.
Yeah,
No, so
that's what I
guess,
think he was doing.
So to answer that, so who do you guys think will get over now? Or they might, let's try pushing this person now, see how it goes.
To me, I'm very skeptical up until the point where we have the draft. Because I feel like the draft is going to determine who truly gets over, who truly is where.
Yeah,
and
they
all this
pushed
other
it
stuff.
back now too.
Yeah, they moved it back a little bit.
Which is good,
I think Keith Lee has a good opportunity, especially with all the support he's been getting. I feel like Big E is going to shine like ridiculously right now, as much as people are talking about maybe putting the New Day back together or moving him to Raw.
That could be a tag team just because of the rhyme. It'd be like Keith Lee and Big E.
Yeah, I could see them either becoming a tag team or working together. But no, I mean, like, I definitely see that. If they're going to be call-ups, I hope Karrion Kross. I don't understand the hate towards Karrion Kross. I know a lot of people don't like him. I don't get it. He gives me that big fight feel. Mm-hmm. And in WWE, I love it when a guy has a big fight feel. Like, don't get me wrong, Cole was right when he cut that pipe bomb promo on him. He was like, they got to give you the lights, the girl, the smoke, all this shit. Yeah, it works for him because whenever he comes out, I feel like a Kumite is about to start. Like, like he's just there.
Like he about to put his hand in glue and glass.
Yeah, Taipei deathmatch.
See, I think the problem they did with Cross is.
And then, Nick would be the one to bring up all this WWE shit during the Impact review and shit, but whatever.
Well, I have to say this because whatever. But anyway, once again, you make someone talk when they don't need to talk.
Mm-hmm.
They put him in street clothes when he shouldn't be in street clothes.
I actually like him in street clothes.
I think they just need to do what they did when he first debuted, and he'd be fine.
It's just like it's subconsciously making him human and whatever. It's like it gives you the false illusion that he can't be touched, because gods don't dress like humans.
But you know something, to me it doesn't bother me. Like, personally, I will say this when it comes to Cross and how they're handling him, I love it. Because we all know he's a striker. He's an MMA guy. He's a Muay Thai guy.
And it makes sense that he's beefing with Samoa Joe because I feel like he's another variant of Samoa Joe.
Yeah, there you go. He's the evolution. But you know what I mean? Like, no, I don't mind the street clothes and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, this is where it comes, like, when pro wrestling is now being blurred with reality. I'm okay with that stuff. Like, I'm okay with seeing him driving off in this car and shit like that. You know what I mean? Because
look at Samoa Joe in the suit.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like,
that motherfucker will fuck you up.
Yeah, exactly. Just because I'm in sweats don't mean I won't whoop your ass. You know what I mean? Like, we know how dangerous you are when you get in the ring.
Shit, look at Brock Lesnar. He went
exactly.
Wait till I'm comfortable.
Yeah, wait till I get comfortable and shit. So yeah, no. To me, like I said, I love what they do across. Like, I love the whole presentation. I love the matches. It's like, yeah, right now in NXT, he's literally throwing motherfuckers around. It's like they're all half his size. And he should have won that 5-man match. It's like, yeah, exactly. Of course. He's a cognitive champion. He's just like he's aware of himself and his surroundings. It's just like, I know I'm a bigger guy. I know all these guys are small. I know that because even when he fuck up sometimes, he even point that out. He's like, I watched the tape back. I know I fucked up here. And, it's not going to happen again. And he plays on those words. Yeah.
So I like Cross.
To me, I love reality-based pro wrestling. I don't want it to always feel like oh shit, I'm waiting off camera to attack you. Like I want it to look like someone really comes in out of nowhere and fucking punches you in the face, or
Yeah, kind of
you know
like Sammy Guevara through that chair.
yeah, like just bang, like right there. It's like, you know what I mean? Like I know this motherfucker drives home, so if he's in a car and someone tries to jump him, yeah, I want it to look legit. He could be in a suit and fuck somebody up still.
Yeah,
but just because I'm wearing fucking gaiters don't mean I won't punch you in the head.
Yeah, it's just damn that notorious NXT parking lot.
There's so much drama. Put some security cameras in there.
Yeah.
I'm just happy Malcolm Bivens is regularly on TV again.
Diamond Mine is a flop.
Yeah.
It's
Hit Row is a flop. I'm sorry.
It's I think it's something
I think Hit Row will make it farther.
I think it will. It's something different. It's just like it's almost like they hired a rap group to come wrestle this shit almost, and then that it's gonna play great into the Rolling Loud shit or whatever. If they should put them in there somewhere.
They won't. It's SmackDown. They won't. I agree, but they won't. I don't know who they're gonna put on that SmackDown, to be honest. Because you don't want to put friggin' nobody.
Oh, we can't put Matt Riddle,
bro.
Because you got to think next week Cena's probably gonna return because Money in the Bank's over. You got to build towards SummerSlam, but they're not going to do that at Rolling.
What if they pull down the briefcase after the men's match or whatever, and then the briefcase hit the whoever win, they drop the briefcase starts shaking and shit, then they open it up and Cena pop out. How about that?
I think Sasha and Bianca are going to be with the Rolling Loud people.
Yeah, makes sense. She can hide all the blunts in a ponytail.
But if they were smart, it's weird to say, but if they were smart, they should put like a Jeff Hardy there. Because people at Rolling Loud are around my age group. They're not going to give a friggin' F, even if as much as I would care, that some people aren't going to care about Big E.
Yeah. But final thoughts. So, I mean, we've been through the card and everything. We got our main event. We given our thoughts on that. I'm going to just scroll through real quick. So we got the opener here.
What do you think, the opener?
And we got this here. We got this here. We got this here.
No.
We got this here.
Match of the night.
This right here? All right, yeah, that's kind of what I was going to get to at the end. But all these matches here, Brian already said it, the X Division match is the match of the night. What are your thoughts, Nick?
No, I think Omega's going to have match of the night, but it's because I think shenanigans and all that's going to happen.
Because shenanigans are afoot. And
I'm actually going to watch it.
Yeah. And I think, the X Division title match is the most interesting to me. I don't give a fuck about this shit.
See, I care about
because of I don't know if you can see my mouse. Because of this and this.
Sir. No, sir, can't see it.
No, all right. So anyway. Yeah, well, I had my mouse hovering over Violent by Design and the Good Brothers. I was like, I don't give a fuck about any of that shit on either side. And it makes sense because they got, two pieces of shit to make this shit sandwich cohesive on each end of the goddamn picture. Anyway, I'm done with this crap. I'm excited. That's the only reason I wanted to come up here and talk about it because, I mean, all the surprises that you guys listed, all the potential things that could happen had me particularly intrigued about Slammiversary. So I appreciate y'all for popping up and talking with me a little bit and whatnot. And before we go, y'all got anything to plug? Plug your social medias now. Brian, you go first. Look at that. First try.
Oh, look at that. See, I'm right here. Wait. Bang, right here. UWO Podcast on Facebook. UWO Brian 401 on TikTok. There's I'm dropping TikToks now. Haven't really gotten to the streaming thing in a while, but I might be doing that. If you do, Monstar 401 on Twitch. And I kill people on Call of Duty.
Yep, I've seen it. Nick.
Follow the name. And that's it.
That should be a shirt.
It's pretty much follow. I like it.
Follow the
name. Ooh. And then it'd be like a jersey almost. It'd be like follow the name, and it'd have like Anacelli on the back and a number.
FTN.
Word. So on behalf of myself, Brian, see, I did it good. I'm getting it, Nick.
Boom.
Pointing at the right directions.
And Nick is right there.
And Nick Anacelli. We bid you a fine adieu and all that poop. Come back tomorrow because we're gonna do it the same time tomorrow, and we're gonna be talking about Money in the motherfucking bank. And we're gonna have a special guest, and we're gonna have some other people. Brian might be back and shenanigans. So
I'm around.
tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central. Here.
Oh.
Shizzle.